Good morning, friends. It's Heather at Bush Poppy Farm. Hope you are doing well. We're in the greenhouse today. It's actually sprinkling on and off, and so we're going to use this time to pot up all of the seedlings that really need to get bumped up, as well as getting our vegetable garden and flower garden in a box containers all ready to go. Surprisingly, it's kind of misting outside. It's not, I mean, I could work if I wanted to, but this work, it actually really is a priority. So I'm going to focus on that today. The first thing I'm going to do is start putting together these veggie garden in a box kits for my customers who have ordered them, as well as the flower garden in a box kits. Now, I usually wait until the tomatoes start arriving at my local nursery before I send these out the door. And there's a reason for that. Generally, the nurseries order the summer vegetables when it is safe to plant them outside without risk of a heavy frost. Now, we are at the end of March. On the books, our last average frost date is February 15th, but it's always way later than that. In fact, we had one just the other night. And so sometimes we go into mid-April with frost, but we never go into hard frost territory anymore at this point. So if there is a frost on the books, people could just cover them with a little bit of row cover and they'd be totally fine. So now that the nurseries have their tomatoes in, I'm ready to send mine home with my folks, which is good because these things are getting huge. So what we need to do is take all the vegetables that are going in this kit. It's 15 seedlings, so I give them a variety of things. And in this case, I'm going to give them 5 different tomatoes. They're going to get, I think, 3 peppers, and then a range of cucumbers and squashes, and hopefully some herbs. We'll see how big those seedlings are. They may be a little too small to send home at this point, but there's plenty of seedlings, and probably some peas as well. So we're going to take them out of these containers here because I want to send them home in these containers. These are cow pots. They are 4-inch pots. They are definitely shorter than this, but they're wider. And so, yeah, a whole seedling will go in here. The reason I choose these is, 1, it's no plastic. 2, they are decomposable. And because they're made of cow manure, they feed the soil as well as the plant. And so people who are not very used to gardening or not as comfortable with it, maybe they're new, they can literally put the whole pot directly in the garden, and it will just decompose and continue to feed the soil and act as a light fertilizer for the plant. They don't have to pull the whole seedling out if they don't want to. They can, but they don't have to. So, and the reason I don't pot up seedlings in these right away instead of putting them in the plastic first is that they stay in these plastic cups for a long time, and these will disintegrate through all the waterings if I did it at the same time. So we are going to go ahead and pot all these things up. I get to choose, I kind of like this part, it's fun because I get to choose what is going home with people. And I think for tomatoes, I'm gonna give them, this is a Brandywine. This one is a blush tomato. Of course, you have to have a paste, so this is an Amish paste. Then we've got a Cherokee purple and a Sun Gold. I can't pass up giving folks the joy of Sun Gold tomatoes. They're so fun to grow, and they just are prolific producers. So I also send folks home with a little piece of paper that has like planting tips and things to do with tomatoes specifically. And I'll let them know what the varieties are and what they do. Like the Sun Gold is an indeterminate tomato that just gets absolutely huge, so it will need lots of support, even more than the other tomatoes. So I want to make sure people know that so they can have success. Peppers, I'm not sure yet. I just realized, so I was going to include some peas. I don't know, because these are like leftovers. I don't know if these are like the green English peas or the purple potted peas. And so since they don't have labels, I'm not going to do that to a customer. So now I just need to decide on squashes, on the cucurbits and stuff, and the peppers. Peppers, I probably will stick to maybe 1 hot pepper and 2 other peppers, or 3 other peppers that they could use for, you know, fresh eating or making salsa. So let me look and see which ones we might include. Okay, I think I've got it. So these are Carmen peppers. They are a sweet pepper, but they look like a hot and spicy pepper. They're really beautiful, red when they're fully ripe, but really lovely flavor. So we'll give them one of these. And then these, of course, sweet banana. I've never grown these before. You can see all the roots coming out the bottom on the sides. They definitely need to be bumped up. So we'll give them a sweet banana pepper. This is a botanical interest seed that's new to me this year. My favorite jalapeno, this is Craig's Grande jalapeno. Again, more roots. These guys are desperate for new homes. Wonderful jalapeno that produces a lot and makes really good cowboy candy. Okay, and then finally, Jimmy Nardello. So this pepper is very similar in some ways to shishito in that almost all of them will be mild, delicious eating peppers, and every once in a while you'll get one that's like, ooh, that's a bit spicy. So I'm gonna give them one of these as well. So we've got 5 tomatoes so far, 4 peppers. Now let me see what I can find for squashes and cucumbers. Okay, I think I've got my cucumber squash figured out. So the first cucumber, God, I've got stuff everywhere. There's like no place to put anything right now. This one is the dragon's egg cucumber, and there are 2 seedlings in this pot, and I'm going to pot them up as 2 seedlings. They'll be okay, and they'll grow nicely together. And then this one is it's a mojito seedless cucumber, and this is new for me this year. This was also from Botanical Interest. Again, 2 seedlings in here, and I'll put them in a single pot. Now, squashes. And this gives you an idea of how like overgrown these are and how desperate they are to go into new pots. Like, is a bummer. I don't know that I'll be able to bring these guys back. This is zucchini. Yeah, it's a cube of butter zucchini. And then next to it, this is rampicante. They're sticking up nice and straight, but look at all the roots. I mean, when I tried to pull these pots apart, they were all joined together in a big root mass. So these guys desperately need to come out today. That's my job today. So I think I'll do the rampicante because they are stronger seedlings. These with the weak necks at this point. I have so many other seedlings. I want to give people a nice strong seedling. We have this one, which is a new zucchini for me as well. It's called Sophie, but look at these roots. Yeah, these clearly have been needing to come out of these for quite a while. And then this one on this side, I only have 2 of them. I'm not going to give a customer this because it requires extra special care. This is something called Incredible Escalator. It is a climbing zucchini. And so I'll be testing this year in my own garden. They'll need a trellis for this. And so I not want to burden them with extra stuff like that. Then finally, I want to give them a Jack Be Little seedling. This is a pumpkin, those little orange ones, and they don't take up a huge amount of space. So I think it'll be fun. So I'm going to go ahead and get these potted up. I'm feeling a sense of urgency looking at these. So I want to go ahead and get all these potted up for the customer, and then we're going to work on potting up into bigger containers all of the cucurbits so that I don't lose any. Okay, so one veggie garden in a box, ready to go. I'm really pleased with how these look. Starting to get a little bit of yellowing here, so tomorrow, once they settle in, I will give them a fish emulsion drink, but basically I'll contact the customer today and she can come pick these up whenever she's ready. Okay, battery's about to run out, so I'm going to do what I can to wrap up this video, but got all of the bumping up done. Well, not all of it, but very close. So we got everything done that was like really in need of it. All the squashes, cucurbits and stuff, and the yellowing should go away. They've all been given fertilizer in with the new soil. Here's another tray here, and then here, but there's still a lot of stuff that needs to be bumped up. All of these marigolds need to be bumped up. And then we just need to start transplanting some things. The okra needs to be bumped up. Also all the peppers, but I'm out of pots. I'm out of bigger containers. And I'm almost out of soil. So it's the end of the day. It's an appropriate time to quit. And I've got to get Aiden to his senior ball. So he's in there getting his tuxedo on right now. But yeah, still have all the peppers to bump up. I just need to get more containers and more soil. So I will do that and then have to come back at it tomorrow and get those transferred and then start all the week 12 seeds and the week 13 seeds, since basically Sunday begins week 13. So we're getting there. I'm glad that right now I've still got space. I've been able to move things around. And I got the vegetable garden in a box kits together and one of the flower garden in a box kits. There's more to go, but again, I'm out of soil almost. So also I want to show you the dahlias are starting to sprout. There's this, there's one right there. Pretty soon in a video, we'll take cuttings. Okay, battery's about to die. So thanks for hanging out with me today, you guys. There's a lot to do tomorrow too. I hope you guys have a wonderful time in your garden, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.